Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and
doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you see that.
He's back to throw on second down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Look, he's got it down to the 25. The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
How about the defender being a...
The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. He wants to throw it. Still looking on the move. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very.
Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
I'll tell you, sometimes you get in these snowy, blizzard-like conditions. It's hard even to see the football after it's thrown in the air. Give the defender a lot of credit there, not just for catching it, but also locating the football before getting that interception.
Quickly complete. And more yards after contact. And he's running in the open. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Finds a crease at the 20. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. And the Blazers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Blazers! Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game. It looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And he did get that extra point through with no problem despite the snowy surface. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller.
A lot of air under it down the sideline. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Fires to the right. He's got an open man. They'll bring him down, but not before he put people in the spin cycle. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. He's going to pass. Fires to the middle. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. After the misfire now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left, and then getting a good clean stick on him. That's 2 things he has to think about on one play.
The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on down. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Give to the running back. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. It's caught. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
That's the end of the 1st.
We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got it. Off he goes. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2. Now on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Buys a little time. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, UAB. What a run for this playmaker to just elude the defense and get in for the score.
And I tell you what, defensively, you can't let this guy get on the edges. You cannot give up contain when your defensive ends. You got to... Make sure you know this guy's going to scramble and try to make plays, and you got to make sure you keep him in the pocket.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. He'll do it himself. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. 1st down, 10 yards to go. Looking to move it through the air. He's burning some secondaries, working this guy down the field.
And making those big plays down the field. Texas, when you think about great teams, you think about explosive playmakers, making those big plays, keeping those defenses on their heels.
Now on the move. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. One thing I've noticed from talking to coaches about their approach to bowl games is how many of them use it as a springboard for next season. They try to focus on developing some of the new guys, maybe, that have joined them for the bowl practices.
I mean, you get 15-plus extra practices. You start to play and experience more as young guys. The older guys get a little bit more rest. But, yeah, you're building the future. You're building the foundation. You're working on your technique. And you know what? You also get to have some fun. I think that's important for team building, is having fun at your location, doing the different things together to start to build that unity that will make a big difference in the future.
Yeah, there's a saying in college football that your freshman year, when you get to bowl season, you're no longer a freshman. A lot of players grow up. You get the extra practices mentally and from a confidence, grow a foot taller. They're playing with a different intensity level that really paid off for us the next year.
And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Unleashes one deep. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. I get it that the game is the primary thing about going to a bowl, but there's so many festivities surrounding it. Jesse, what do you remember about something you experienced?
There was a lot of pageantry when I think back to the bowl games I played in, and you have functions, you get to visit a brand new city, generally in warm weather, you get to meet the other team. There's some friendly competition. The biggest thing that stands out to me, though, was a street brawl against the Miami Hurricanes. Bourbon Street getting ready for the Sugar Bowl, about 120 deep. Hard to forget that.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Into the house. Touchdown, Texas! Lining up to add another. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. So an 82-yard drive there. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. Texas. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He makes the grab. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Comes out throwing on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Man, and that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Red pass hits complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, it's a nice pickup on the play by the tight end there, but how about that massive hit on defense, keeping the tight end short of picking up that first down?
The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Going for it all. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23. Offense getting set for first down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. Touchdown, UAB. The defense with the scoop and score. What a play by the defense there. Loose football, country fumble, pick it up with room, scoop and score.
No doubt, country versus city. When it's a country fumble, nobody around. I got to pick that puppy up and do some damage with it. Nice job seeing the situation, scooping it up, making a play.
And the returner will be dragged down. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Quarterback will audible. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his big tight end. And tackled there by the defense. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. He's right on target. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. He'll come out throwing on first down. They're trying to get to it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. They'll snap it from the 25 here on 2nd and long. He's looking to throw. Works the middle. And they swarm him under.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Looking deep down the right side. And he's got it inside the 20. And he's brought down after a huge completion. And the Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic.
And they will score. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm, but this passing game can continue to heat up. Look out in the second half.
And he made the extra point without problem. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Quick completion on the out. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
What a big catch on 3rd down. Going up, catching the football, understanding where you're at, now getting a fresh set of downs. Nice play by the receiver.
Trying to get to him. He's going to take off. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do I do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll throw it on 1st down. They're bringing heat. Hit as he throws. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's call it.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. First down for this offense. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He wants to throw. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. It's good. They'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Blazers will boot it away to start the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Here comes the Texas offense. And they got it done in the first half, but the job now, follow up, close the deal, and bring home a bowl victory.
Finish. You hear teams say it all the time. That applies to them right now, David, here in the second half. It's a lot of really good things in that first half. Needs some more big plays here to get this double.
And you've seen it with bowl games. Big swings, man, when the rust comes off after that first.
Snags it down the right side. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, but just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line.
A shot toward the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They keep attacking through the air. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Longhorns are on the move. Hands it off. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They want to throw it. Dances away from the heat. Zings it complete to the right. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Boy, if that first down play was any indication, they might walk. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Texas! Texas fighting them through the air and on the ground, reminiscent of Colt McCoy's big day against A&M in 2009.
Yeah, just doing whatever they want. And this is a good spot to be. Listen, Texas gets a highly recruited kid at quarterback every single year. Can this be the guy that takes them to the next level? Today is a good day.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple of drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops while we'll get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. And the Blazers in the hurry-up to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Pressure coming. Trying to escape and get it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Blazers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On his way back from the 20. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it.
Makes the catch down the right side. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage total. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Finds his big tight end. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. Now on first down from the 28. Used the play fake, now to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And for the second time, they'll go for the field goal. The first one was good, and they'll try from 42. It is perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He leaves it with his back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his feet to buy time.
You got the offense in 3rd down. You're in a situation now where you can get off the field if somebody just makes a play, but you let the quarterback escape. And then beyond all that, you can't even get a good hit on it because he slides to protect himself.
I tell you what, with this kind of success on the ground, I think you two knuckleheads could call plays. I mean, that's how easy it is for this offense right now. They got the ground game working. It's really easy. Now you can open up for other things, but you guys could even try your hand because they're dominating right now.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Miles. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. He got it.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. Throws for the tight end. He makes a catch. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the 1st down. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 48.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Across the 15. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The Longhorns with the 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Bunch formation trying to confuse the secondary. They'll throw it on first down. Gets it out fast. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
He'll throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. They'll throw on 3rd and short. It's complete. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Blazers. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game, but they're going to need some help from the defense.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. To the ground with the back. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Longhorns will send out the punt unit. On the return, it's Johnson. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
Gives it to the back on the draw. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And oftentimes running backs love draw plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second, so the D-line's rushed way upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
After that incompletion, 4th and short now on their own side of the field, I think there's a lot of coaches in normal circumstances that would stay conservative and just punt the ball away, but you're trailing here in the 4th quarter. I think the offense needs to stay out on the field, and you got to go for it.
So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season.
It's football I know I'll never forget.
Won't forget it. Loved working with you guys. Loved being in the booth. Loved covering these football games. And I'll tell you what, a lot of excitement in college football surrounding the sport, man. Let's just keep loving on it.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
The defense has had some bad stuff happen to them today, but one bright spot for them has been the pass rush. They've shown the ability to get after the opposing quarterback.
And the Longhorns will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. And the Longhorns will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes a move. They make the stop, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So the offense keeps its drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Leaves it with the running back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll keep it on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. Coming after it. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks. That's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response. Just a sack party.
Smashes through the tackle. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. Throws toward the end zone. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field.
And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Oh, my goodness. What you couldn't do. Make this mistake late in the ballgame. Now, your defense better go bail you out and make a play, because that was a critical turnover.
Catch in the middle. It's Kamara. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be thrown to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late. He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. They get to him as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
That's a huge blow, man. You got a chance to go take the lead and put yourself in a position you know you can win the ball game. And now, instead of that, you turn the football over. Now you're trailing. The defense is going to have to do something special for you.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. And they come out with a field goal lead. Defense just got to stop now to capitalize, David.
Yeah, keep them.
He'll take a shot. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover?
You talk about coming up big in a big moment. Nice job by this defense. You had to make something happen. You had to get the football back so you could give your offense a chance to win this game for you. Nice job by the defense.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. And they spike it and get the clock stopped.
Is incomplete. It's now second down.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. On second down, just keeps firing. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one.
Well, that one fell incomplete, but they know they're only one big completion away here from getting that field goal they need so bad. They have time to get a first down, clock it, or use the sideline to stop the clock and put them in position to win this game.
It's hard to run a route, get lost near the sidelines, and understand exactly where you're at. Nice job understanding I'm starting to get close to the sidelines, throttle him.
And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on fourth down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
Listen, sometimes you know as a quarterback, I got to scramble, I get outside the pocket, nothing's there, live to fight another down. Good job not forcing the football, incompletion, move on.
On second down, wants to throw. He turns that loose down the right side. And he gets it into the end zone for a touchdown, a gut punch to this defense, and probably a knockout punch.
That is just how the coach wants to draw it up. Take up all the clock, score the go-ahead touchdown. This one is all but over.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep.
Texas.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He stopped the return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the book. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They've dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A.